welcome back to my channel. Today we're testing out a really hyped up product that was like really popular for a minute there on YouTube, and then now nobody talks about it on YouTube. So I'm like, okay, were those sponsored videos, or like, is this really a good product? You know what I mean? All of a sudden, everybody talks about them, and then you never hear about them again, and you're like, okay, what? So I'm here to test it out. I'm here to put it to the test. This is definitely not a sponsored video. I would love to be sponsored by a brand like Stila, but that's not happening anytime soon. So yes, I bought this with my own money, and I'm here to test them out. These are the Stila Heavenly, oh my gosh, why can't I say this? Stila Heaven's Hue Highlighter. Heaven's Hue Highlighter. I keep wanting to say Heavenly, but it's Heaven's Hue Highlighter. This is that putty highlighter that everybody was talking about. So most highlighters that are, you know, in the world are powder highlighters, and then there's some cream highlighters, and then you have your liquid highlighters, and you have the really cool ones with like the little dropper thingy-mabobber. But to have like a putty highlighter is so cool and so new and so unique. So Stila, I think, is the only brand that I'm aware of that has a highlighter like this. They have 3 colors. I picked up 2 of the 3. So I have the color Kitten and the color Transcendence. I went to the store with the purpose of buying Kitten. It was sold out online, so I was like, okay, I'll go in the store, I'll get Kitten. And it's beautiful, but I saw this Transcendence color sitting next to it, and I was like, oh my gosh, that is so pretty. It looks almost purple online, which is kind of scary, because like, I don't know, I'm not into the colored highlighters. I know some people are, but I'm not. So it looks kind of purple online, but in person, it has like this beautiful, like, it's like a white pearlescent color to it, and it's so pretty. So anyways, I walked right up to these, I started swatching them immediately, and I was like, oh, okay. I had to get them both, I bought them both. I even had Matt was with me. I had Matt swatch them, and he was like, that's really weird looking. So here's what it looks like. It looks like a powder in the pan, but it is not a powder. It is definitely a putty. I'm gonna open up the other one real quick so that we can look at both of them side by side. I mean, it even looks like kind of pinky in the pan. So here's Transcendence, here is Kitten. I'm gonna try to make it so you can see the colors as best as possible. Turning down the light really quick so you can see. I have my window open in natural light, and then I have my ring light. So I hope that works for you guys. So here's Kitten, here's Transcendence, so you can see the colors are super pretty. Here they are up close for you. So again, Kitten and Transcendence right there. All right, so I'm gonna put Kitten on one side and Transcendence on the other side so you can see what they look like. But before I do that, I'm gonna swatch them. Oh, I'm so nervous to touch this. Okay. Oh my God, it feels so weird. Like, I don't know about you guys, but when I was a kid, I played with Silly Putty. This feels like Silly Putty. It is bizarre. It is like the weirdest feeling. You can like push into it. You know what these remind me of? The Maybelline Bouncy Blushes. Do you guys remember those from like back in the day? I don't think they make them anymore, but those bouncy blushes had like a putty consistency. That is exactly what these feel like. It is so weird. Okay, I'm gonna try to get as close as possible so I can show you. Okay, so I'm gonna like push it in. I don't wanna ruin the product, but I really wanna show you guys like, oh my gosh, it's so weird. You see that? It is so weird, but it is really pigmented. It just has this really weird consistency. Okay, let's swatch on the hand. They definitely feel like a cream highlighter once you're swatching them. I think it's just in the pan where it feels super weird and super unique. So here is Transcendence and here is Kitten. You can see they're not like the powerful, like pow in your face highlighter. They're definitely a little bit more on the subtle side, but they are still really pretty. Like the colors are still really pretty. And they almost feel like a powder once they're on your fingers. It's really weird and really bizarre. Okay, I'm gonna look, see what does the box say. So it says lightweight, radiance enhancing highlighter with a buoyancy to the touch texture that melts into skin for a barely there feel. I could definitely say that, like on my fingers, they definitely kind of like melted in. Apply with a sponge, brush, or fingers and blend into eyes, cheeks, and body. Can be worn on bare skin or over foundation. Well, I definitely have foundation on. In fact, I'm filming a first impressions right now on like a full coverage, like matte foundation. So I definitely have foundation on. I also have, I have everything except for highlighter on, really. I forgot to tell you, these are $32, so they are on the expensive side. I feel like for a highlighter, that's like really expensive, but I want to say you're paying for like the uniqueness of the product. I don't really know. So, okay, I'm going to use this brush right here. I've actually never used this brush for highlighter ever. It's the Morphe M510, but I figured we can kind of test it out. I'm not sure what's going to apply best, if it's going to be a brush or... It doesn't look like it's getting on the brush at all. Or a sponge. Okay, I think there's some on there now. Let's see. Oh, wow. I mean, yeah, that's definitely going on. It does have like a pinky pearlescent undertone. It's really pretty though. It's like very unique. Not sure if I'm into the purpleness, but the brush definitely works. Can you guys see that? Ooh, look at that. Look at that glow. Pretty. Kitten comes in an eyeshadow as well. And I want to say, I could be totally making this up, but I want to say Stila also has powder highlights, and Kitten is one of those, but I could be just making that up. If they don't, they need to. There we go. That's that coming off in camera. I mean, this side is more, definitely more like pout in your face. And it could just be the lighting. Transcendence is definitely more like, hello, I'm wearing highlighter. This is definitely more like a natural glow. It's super pretty. I mean, this is really pretty for like everyday wear. I also heard a trick. I was watching one of the videos of, I think it was Desi Perkins and Kim Kardashian. And Kim Kardashian was like, if you want to look like you're glowing at the gym, wear a highlighter on a naked face. I was like, that's so stupid. But I could totally see somebody wearing like this type of highlighter on a naked face, like a putty, kind of like not as powdery highlight. I mean, I sweat like a beast at the gym, so it's like, I don't know. I mean, maybe I'll try it. I don't know. But anyways, that thought popped into my head. Or like at the beach, or just like a natural, if you're a cream product lover, I feel like you would really like it. Okay, you can definitely layer them up and make them a little bit more intense. I mean, yeah, they're definitely super pretty, you guys, like really, really pretty. This one is definitely more blinding than that one. I think they're like, what am I trying to say here? I was gonna say, I think they're a heads up. I think they're a thumbs up.